Kia ora, good evening. Teachers served up a real lesson in ramping up pressure today by threatening a two-day nationwide strike, and that had caused major disruption for schools and families around the country.
The ball is now in the government's court. The Prime Minister changing her schedule to address striking teachers in front of Parliament. Tens of thousands of primary and intermediate school teachers walked off the job, their first strike in 24 years. Emily Cooper reports.
30,000 strong nationwide, and thousands marching to Parliament to send their message to the government.
We cannot wait any longer for Taitewa, it's time.
In the capital, rallies started at Westpac Stadium, teachers already threatening further action with suggestions of a two-day strike or a week-long rolling strike by region.
Those here say today could just be a practice. With the worst still yet to come, further strike action isn't being ruled out. They say the education system is in crisis and they won't back down.
Former teacher Mary Jones was supporting her daughter, now also a teacher.
24 years ago when I was striking, my daughter came along with me. And I'm doing this for the future of my grandchildren, that the education will improve the quality of the education.
Thousands walked through the city to Parliament, where the Prime Minister made an unscheduled speech.
And so I'm here today to ask you to work with us as we try and move forward.
The Education Minister maintaining it's too early for teachers to be threatening further strike action.
I would be concerned if they were talking about further strike action now before they've even started negotiations again.
But teachers are standing their ground with strong turnouts throughout the country. The support was clear. In Auckland, thousands marched down Queen Street.
We're undervaluing education, especially for children with special needs.
Very frustrating. Come on, government, give us a go.
We'd rather be teaching right now than marching, but no one's listening to us.
In Christchurch, they rallied in Cathedral Square.
We want an outcome that delivers quality education to all children.
And marched to the ministry.
This is what we want from you.
And hundreds took to the streets in Dunedin.
We care about other people's children and education in our country.
Absolutely.
But it wasn't just the cities, with nearly 1,000 marching through the streets of Mount Maunganui.
A tired teacher's not a good teacher for children.
And in Nelson, the call was heard on the Central Cathedral steps. This nationwide action could be just the beginning, with negotiations resuming next week. Emily Cooper, One News.
About 500,000 children were affected by today's strike, and while many parents support the teachers, they had to come up with some innovative ways to keep the young ones busy. Ryan Boswell reports.
A day off school at Auckland's Rainbow's End, celebrating a 12th birthday for twin sisters.
Teacher strike's on, so it's like, why not make the most of the day?
Others went to the movies.
Took the day off work today to help hang out with the kids.
My parents work full time, so they can look after me. So I just went to a friend's house.
And some children ended up at Wellington Zoo, one of many offering education programs today.
We got to feed the otters ice blocks with cat food.
Businesses also opened their doors.
It's strike day at my school and the teachers haven't got that much money.
Xero giving its staff a couple of options to take care of the kids.
We've got a mix between working from home and also bringing the kids in. So there's a good number of kids that are currently undertaking coding club.
I've done hopscotch and I've learned how to do the yo-yo.
But with 3/4 of primary schools closing for the day, some parents were left scrambling.
A little bit, just in terms of we don't really have any family here to help out with the kids, and we've got work commitments and no annual leave.
A relief when the after-school program opened its doors this morning.
We gave our parents plenty of warning, and there's still one or two that forget and rang up late yesterday.
It's been a day that these kids won't forget, and one their teachers hope the government won't either. Ryan Boswell, One News.
And teachers weren't the only ones taking action. 120 workers at BlueScope Pacific Steel in South Auckland also walked off the job for 24 hours. They picketed outside the Otahuhu factory. The union says the company's refused to offer pay rises despite doubling its net profit this year.